Hello and welcome to the world of Matthias. Today we're going to do a very exciting project, I think. I found this Les Paul Studio 2001 model on eBay, and I got it for a real good price, about $600. It's a little bit worn here, and it has a bent tuner here and a little bit of that. So it's not the best condition. You can see it also on the back of the guitar. But it plays really good, so I bought this on a whim, and I thought that I would do a fun project with it. So I wanted to redo this guitar to Joe Bonamassa signature guitar. He has a Goldtop version of this Studio. There is a Studio version and there is a standard version as well. But I'm going for the Studio version. I'm not going all the way. I'm not going to change out the pickups for the pickups he's using, and I'm not going to change out, for now at least, I'm not going to change out the tuners. Yeah, so I will repaint the top of the guitar, and I will also have to have a look at, I don't know if you can see that here, can you see that? There is some, the lacquer here on the headstock, there is some miscoloring here, so I don't really know what that is, but I will see if I can find a solution to get that right. So I'm just going to repaint it and make it into a Joe Bonamassa signature guitar. Let's just start the project. All projects start alike with removing the strings. And then we have to remove all the hardware. This is the tailpiece, and it's not marked at all. This is the bridge. So this is how the control cavity looks like, and it's standard Gibson stuff from the era. So let's remove the pickups here. There we go. Great. So now the pickups are loose. So now we can remove the actual pickups. Let's look at this. And it's a standard Gibson pickup. I need to mark this. So there's no markings on this except for the Gibson USA, just to make it easy for me when I put it back. This is a standard from the early 2000s, so it should be a 498T here if I'm not mistaken, and it should be a 490R here. Yeah, and this is the neck pickup. And let's remove the toggle switch. Zip. Nice and easy. I'm not planning to remove all the electronics on the guitar. I'm just planning to push them down. So the only thing I need to take away now is these two studs for the bridge. And I think I have a solution for that. Let's remove this toggle switch plate as well. And that is the toggle switch. All right, so let's remove these. Now this may look a little brutal, but it worked the last time I did this. So the Let's try it. The way I do this is I replace these screws here that are for the bridge with just ordinary screws with a big head, and you put it in to about a centimeter, like so. Even though I'm refinishing this, I want to make sure not to damage the surface of the guitar too much. So I'm putting a cloth, and then I'm putting a plywood bit, and then I'm just taking this and I'm start to pull. Yeah, and it came out fairly easy. And also on this one. And there they came. Very good. All right. So let's move into my workshop and start to clean this. So I'm just going to use ordinary water and soap just to clean the surface. Then I'm going to sand it down with a high-grade sandpaper, and then I'm going to tape it up, and then it's ready for some lacquer. And now that it's clean, I can take off the surface just to dull it down, get it to accept the new paint a little better. Just like this. Just remove most of the dust before we clean it again with water and soap. So now we have a great starting point to put on the new lacquer. So what we need to do now is just mask the guitar on the sides, because I'm planning the sides and the back is the right color. So I'm planning to just buff them up and see how well I can get them. If they still looks not good after I've done that, I may have to do the same process there. And there it is, fully prepped for lacquer. So let's put on the first coat of lacquer. It'll be this, the Nitro Lac H Goldtop spray. So I have one and I have two, so that should be sufficient. So yeah, it will be great. So what I will try to do now is to straighten out this bent tuning post. We'll see how that goes. So what I've done, I don't want it on the guitar when I do this. So I have just taken one of these scrap woods and bored a 10 millimeters hole here, and to put in the tuner like that. And then also just, we should have the washer here as well. Like that. Just get that in real tight, like so. And I have no real idea how to do this, so I'm thinking about starting with the brute force method. Now if this don't work, I may have to buy a replacement, but I can't have it on crooked as that. So, and it's crooked in that way, so I'm leaving it like this, and then we can have a cloth over it, like so. No, the cloth broke. We do it again. I want to look at the rod as I do this. I think that has worked fairly well. As you can see now, it is straight as an arrow. You have another one here. Now you can see it's straight. Really good. I'm very happy that I found this used Gibson Les Paul Studio. The Studio is the guitar that made me fall in love with Gibson. So what do I think about this project that I did? I think it was a really great project actually. The Les Paul Studio is my first experience with a Gibson guitar back in the... No, not really actually. The first experience I had with the Gibson guitar back in the 90s was a Gibson Les Paul from 1979. This was my second Gibson that I ever bought. Not this guitar, but this model of a guitar. And I had that guitar for years. There's a reason why the Studio is so loved. It has all the bits that you would want from a Les Paul, but it comes with a lower price. So it's a favorite of mine. And to take this model and to make it special has been really rewarding for me. Because this guitar now, compared to how it looked when I got it, is a real eye catcher. I'm going to keep it this way. I'm not going to try to pretend that it is an actual Bonamassa guitar. I can't do that because the serial number says something different. But from the looks of it, it is a Bonamassa guitar. I even put the crossrod cover here. From Philadelphia Luthiers, I think I got this one. This guitar model has been produced in, I think from the beginning, 300 pieces. It was back in 2007. It was Joe Bonamassa's first signature guitar with Gibson. Joe Bonamassa has a thing for cheaper versions of signature guitars, which I give him credit for. So this guitar is based on a Studio. It was Gibson themselves that said, we need to have a Goldtop in our lineup, because back in 2007 there wasn't too much Goldtops going on at Gibson. So they wanted a Goldtop, but Joe Bonamassa wanted the black backside. This mismatch knobs, it looks like the greenie, but actually it's a player's choice, because when you sing on stage and you look out over the audience, it's quite handy. You feel what you are doing. I know that there is a standard version with binding and so on, and also I know that there is an Epiphone version actually also out there. So if you are interested in this particular model, I have seen that the original Bonamassa signature guitars aren't that pricey actually. Thank you for tuning into my channel, and I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you did, why don't you like and subscribe? And if you didn't like it, well, don't like and subscribe. This has been a very nice project. I'm very happy with the results, and I hope to see you in the next one. So, bye. bye-bye. I wanted to show you what I did here, where the miscoloration was on the headstock. I just sanded it down a little bit and I put some new lacquer on it. So you can still see it, but it's much better now. Here are the tuners. One was bent and I think you can't see which one it is.